I said it before and I'll say it again.
That scene, that last scene.
What does it mean?
I'm the dude, you know?
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I cannot. That final scene
Starts now.
Hello, we're back. Final episode of the year.
Yeah, closing out 2024.
Will we be able to get it edited in time
Yeah.
before the actual year ends?
You have 4 days before I'm out of this country for until the end of the year. It's planned? Yeah.
Does that mean have we been recording this podcast for like almost 3 years now?
Is it 3? There was 2.
Will it be 3? Will it be 3 years in
3 years?
April?
April?
Yeah, it might be. You have to have a look back and see.
Don't look at me. I never know stuff like this.
Yeah, we do have to
I
look
can't
back.
remember. I'll have to have a look and see.
Yeah, we'll
Wild.
have to do something special.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of special, I was just thinking the most special idea that I have for next year. I just saw Conclave, which I loved. It was incredible. Even though I did tell Ben that I found that it was a bit more conventional than I expected. Like I was expecting it to be more like Young Pope, the Jude Law series. And it was more like, politically correct. It did the right things. It looked beautiful. And Rave.
Yeah, Rafe.
We were just discussing whether it's Ralph or Rafe.
I always say Ralph, but you guys corrected me because he's posh apparently, so he likes to be called in a way that
well-to-do.
Yeah, well-to-do.
Is it like Angels and Demons?
No. It's not that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh, okay.
It's just safer than I expected. For some reason, I thought it was gonna be a bit more radical, but it's fine. It's still, really well done. It's really well done. And the idea that I had for next year is we realized that he doesn't have a single Oscar, which is insane when you look back at his career and what he's done. So we're thinking we're going to do a deep dive on actors and actresses that for some wild reason they've never had an Oscar in their lives.
What we could do is each one of us could bring one actor and make a case for them to have won one for one of their films in one of the years. And why they should have beaten this person or that person.
Oh, as in like a fight?
No. So who were they up against that year? And then this is why I think they should have won that year. So for Ray Fiennes, why should he have won Best Supporting for Schindler's List year versus whoever he was up against? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I should have plenty. I can make a case for him winning for Voldemort, but that's a different episode.
Yeah, true.
He was so freaking good. And also, I want to put Jake Gyllenhaal in the ring because it's insane to me that he doesn't have.
Did you see that supposedly they were there was talk of them trying to line up Cillian Murphy to play Voldemort in the new Harry Potter series?
I heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to cast it now, the Warner Brothers one, and
so catch me up on that. Is it an exact remake? It's not a prequel or a sequel. It's literally the same story.
Yeah.
Okay.
The casting some new unknown kids is like the 3 OGs.
Yeah. So he could fit the bill age-wise. Yeah.
Papa Essadou is going to be playing, who was in I May Destroy You and stuff. He's playing Snape. Her friend in Snape. I think he's her gay friend in Snape. Or in Snape in I May Destroy You. He's playing. He was just in Black Doves as well. I don't know if you've watched Black Doves. But yeah, he's lined up, I think, to be Snape. And then there's loads of talk about who else could be in it as Cillian Murphy as Voldemort was the one rumor. It'd just be interesting to see if he would sign up for a big kind of series like that, because he's just finished the Peaky Blinders movie. So is he going to want to go straight into something like that?
Doesn't sound like it has a household name yet. The series, just like more.
No, and it feels like they probably want to get a household name for at least one of the either Dumbledore or Voldemort to give it a little bit of sway, to give something, a little bit of, because obviously you'll get all the old Harry Potter fans who will kind of flock to it, and you will get kind of a group of younger fans who'll come to it as well. But you probably need, one or two kind of key actors in there.
Does Harry Potter remain a child, or does it move on?
Well, he grows. What do you mean?
Wait, is he always like a child, or does he? Now
Well, no, he grows up like in the books and the.
Child, such a funny word to me.
Like the books and the movies started him at age 12 and end. I think he's about 18.
Okay,
so it's not like The Simpsons where they stay the same age the whole time.
Okay.
No, he did. They do grow up. It's not like they're going to have to get like a different.
So does that mean it's
every
the same
year.
famous actor that plays Harry Potter?
Well, in the movies it was, but in this it'll be a new one because they're literally hitting the reset button.
Oh, okay.
They're going back and they're just going to do it again from the start, but as a TV show rather than a movie.
I wonder how you keep it interesting when everyone knows the story. Like, to me, that's the biggest challenge. It's not the idea of exploring the universe. I think there's plenty of stories there, but like, where's the twist? Like, I'm struggling with that.
And how do you replace Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid? I mean,
there you go.
Tis the question.
He's the one that would have been, if I had an Oscar list, he'd be on it.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Forget.
It's really like,
If I could give an Oscar for this performance in Cracker, I would.
Shit about the Oscars
For Nuns in the Run.
It would be Robbie Coltrane and Eric Idle in a joint nomination.
Yeah.
Well,
best actor and best supporting actor.
Also, I really liked him in
I'm
Cracker.
going on the record for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cracker was kind of his big, not his big British role, but I mean, it's kind of one of the things he's very well known for here.
His major breakout baddie role in James Bond.
Well, he's not. Yeah, he's not a baddie though. As a Kopsky, is he really?
Good, yeah.
He's much better in Goldeneye than he is in The World Is Not Enough.
He's very rude to his girlfriend who's trying to do karaoke.
Yeah, Irina. I love that line where he screams at her, "Irina, take a hike!" It's so good.
That scene is actually amazing because it
In the
could have
club.
been really shit. And the way that she does, Minnie Driver does is it?
Yeah, I think it is Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver's doing the girlfriend doing the
Singing
karaoke.
"Stand
in the
by Your
background.
Man." Yeah,
But it's brilliantly executed. Like, it's really believable. And she's really going for it. It's not like she's holding back.
I know, yeah.
It really works.
And he's like, Robbie Coltrane is so good in it. But then, he comes back then as like a caviar and oil baron in in the next movie, and you're like, oh, did you? Well, actually, not even in the next one, is it? It's 2 later, I think. Goldeneye. Yeah, Goldeneye, More Never Dies, World Is Not Enough. Sorry, getting my chronology wrong.
Just
you better be polishing up on that because
God,
I've got a lot of questions for you.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
But yeah, good old Coltrane. Have you guys watched Black Doves? Actually,
I have watched it.
I really liked it. It really reminded me of Slow Horses.
Yeah.
Ben Whishaw is brilliant.
Which one's
in it. He's the trigger man, the guy who was in This Is Gonna Hurt and stuff.
I didn't love it. I thought it was
her.
okay,
He's her
but-
friend in it. Her friend in it, who's brought in to like help her. You know,
He's
who's like an
Paddington.
assassin. Yeah, Ellie said that to me at one point. She's
you
like,
mean the guy who's cute?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
The assassin.
Ellie turned to me at one point, was like, it's really weird hearing him say these things about killing people because she's just hearing it in Paddington's voice.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I
It's
quite
great.
liked it. It was like nice, easy going. Didn't have to concentrate.
I thought it was like
bit of humour.
It was like a halfway house between Slow Horses and Bond. It was like kind of doing the like humor, funny kind of thing, but it was a little bit more trying to be a little bit more stylized than like Slow Horses is really kind of dingy and grimy, whereas this was a little bit more upmarket. Some of it was silly.
I thought Slow Horses was more at market. This was more like tabloid almost because it's simpler.
Yeah,
It's so
sorry.
much simpler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a better
I
analogy.
quite enjoyed the older lady who's like the ice queen.
Sarah Lancashire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
it's
ridiculous.
awesome.
I mean, she was a panto villain in it, and you had to take it like that, otherwise it wouldn't
campy,
work.
yeah.
And
Well, I
there's
thought that was good though.
yeah, it was great. I like that section of it.
I really enjoyed it. And it's like, and also, it's only 6 episodes.
yeah, it's fine.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I liked it, but I found the last 2 episodes to be too ridiculous for my
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, it
as in,
gets a bit silly.
When I start eye rolling, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Which I felt the same with Day of the Jackal, which I thought
I
it
haven't finished it yet.
I thought it had
Yeah.
a great start. Progressively gets more and more unhinged.
We
the point where it's
fell
like,
out of the Day of the
come on.
Jackal after like 5 or 6
What's that
episodes.
about?
Yeah, that's the.
Well, that's if do you know the old movie The Day of the Jackal about like
No.
it's about an assassin called in the original one he's hired to assassinate Charles de Gaulle, but basically in this one he's like an assassin who uses like masks and stuff to like hide his identity, and he's hired to assassinate this like tech billionaire. It's this really ropey story about like this like Elon Musk type like savior techie guy who has created something. I think it's called the River. Is that what he's created?
Yeah.
And he's like, the river shall flow, and it's like the river is like this computer program that when it's released to the world, it will basically show all of the finances of the entire world. So you'll see all the dodgy dealings that everybody is doing.
Almost like the blockchain. being
Yeah,
revealed.
so it's a little bit like tech Jesus type stuff, and you can't like. The weird thing about it is that like people would be like, "Do you root for the Jackal or do you not?" I was like, from the minute one, I was like, "God, shoot this guy! He's so annoying." Like I think you do root for the Jackal in Day of the Jackal. Weirdly, didn't root for Lashana Lynch's character at all.
Oh yeah,
I thought hers was really poorly written. For someone
So
who's such a good
badly.
actress,
So
it was
badly
a really
written.
poorly written character, I thought.
Yeah, until the end, it was really badly written. It's a disappointment. But yeah, how do you? I think this is also like I struggle with that because who do you root for? Like his wife is kind of a dumbass. Like towards the end, she just makes dumb decisions.
Yeah.
And then obviously, well, like the banks, like like it's so hard to root for. But the thing is, I don't mind that as long as it's a good time and it makes sense, a good story. But yes, similar to Black Doves, I felt like it just went a bit dumb.
How
towards the end.
was the Dylan movie?
The Dylan movie, much better than I expected.
Really?
I mean, we talked about this last time. I
Yeah.
had zero expectations. I thought I was gonna be bored to death. I don't know anything about Bob Dylan. Timothy like has disappointed me, and I'm gonna go on the record. Like I've gone on the record to say that, but I'm back on the Timmy train. he was so
Timmy train.
He was so good. Like I just can't fold him. Like the singing, the acting, the demeanor. And obviously I'm not familiar with Dylan, so I don't know if it felt like an impression, but I just thought, he did like a really good job. And then the story itself, and I think the reason that I liked it was because it reminded me a lot of Walk the Line, which is from the same director. I didn't know actually. It was from James Mangold. So it did an incredible job at capturing the scene at the time, the 60s. And it only focuses from 61 to 65, so it's not like a Wikipedia entry of Bob Dylan. It focuses very much on his transition from folk music to rock and roll.
Judas!
Yeah, exactly. So it's very much about that tension. And yeah, I think it's like a really good profile on him and what he stands for. And it's not a puff piece on him. Like it shows him as someone who's actually quite unlikable, a bit of an asshole. But he's, he's an icon for a reason, and he stood for certain things. So yeah, it's a very well done film. Very well done film.
What are the supporting cast like? Because like it's quite a
So
few, like Edward Norton's in it, and like
Edward Norton
Elle
is
Fanning's in
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fight Club, Edward Norton, yeah.
Edward Norton is amazing. Very wholesome, but like he's just delightful. I thought Elle Fanning was okay, but then again, her part was just kind of there. But I don't know if that was the
Right.
point of the kind of there girlfriend. But my takeaway was my highlight was Monica Barbaro, who was playing Joan Baez. How do you pronounce Baez?
Is Monica
Baez?
Barbaro the one who's in? Is she in Top Gun? Am I thinking, is that the right
Oh,
actress?
could be.
Is
Yeah, the young,
she's-
yeah,
the one of the
could
young
be.
pilots in Top Gun.
Yeah, you're right. Could
Yeah.
be. Yeah, she was amazing, and
Okay.
she was. I mean, I don't know anything about Dylan. So Joan was also like huge in the folk scene, and they had this on and off difficult relationship. And yeah, I think she had a lot more beef in her role. So she was pretty cool. Who else? And then Boyd Holbrook did like a did a cameo of Johnny Cash
from Narcos. That guy.
yeah. Well, I thought it was very well cast because he's such a southerner. Like his accent is very heavy. So yeah, he was really good for that role. But he had like 10 minutes.
He has
of
a
screen
good
time.
southern drawl.
Yeah, deep as well, like very Johnny Cash.
Very John Cash.
Very
yes.
John Cash. So yeah, maybe that's why he was cast. But yeah, definitely recommend. Obviously, you can wait for it to drop for
It's in
digital
cinemas now, right? It's
release.
out. Is it out now? Or you were at a press screening, weren't you?
I was at a press screening, yeah,
Okay.
but I think it should be out in the next couple
Relatively
of weeks.
soon. Yeah. Well, they want to catch that Oscar
Yeah.
season, don't they? They're kind of
Yeah,
getting it in before the nominations close.
exactly. I also saw, I don't know, I have no idea how, but Tom Cruise was at the screening, at the LFF screening. I have no idea.
The one that you went to.
I didn't see the red carpet, but yeah, he was there. That was yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, did you see the
Okay.
pictures? It was
No.
like Timothy and Tom Cruise were just, yeah.
So you were at the same screening as Timothy Chalamet and Tom Cruise?
I didn't see them, but they were there.
Right.
Yeah.
They're both very short men. I mean, they disappear. Unless they both had wedges on, they disappeared into a crowd quite easily.
Because it was a two-parter. It was a conversation with because Saoirse Ronan also showed up because they did like an in-conversation thing. So
Cool.
that was the first part, which I didn't join, and the second part was the actual preview. But yeah, I saw pictures of Tom Cruise and Timothy
Wow.
at the screening.
That's
I was
pretty
like, okay, I don't know why. I'm guessing he's
Yeah.
filming something here, so he just showed up. But
Yeah, well, they've finished Mission Impossible now, haven't they? So that's kind of, unless they were doing like reshoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he's doing. I thought Tom Cruise's next one is this mental one that he wants to film in space.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
He's like he's doing a film that they're genuinely going to. I don't know if it's going to be on the International Space Station, but they're going to go to space and film it in space. Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
Classic
but
cruise.
also
There'll be a motorbike
in space.
jump over a spaceship.
I'm
moon in the
I'm
background.
here for this dumb shit. Like, I'm here for it. Like, we're not gonna have him long, you know.
Yeah,
Just-
I think we spoke about this when we did the Top Gun episode.
Yeah.
I think we just need to cherish Tom Cruise while he's there. Obviously, there's some things about him in the
He's a
past that
lunatic,
like
yeah.
have been slightly problematic, but I think like there is no action star like him anymore, really. Like, who has done it as long and as consistently as he has?
Michael Caine.
Who is now in his... I mean, Michael Caine must be about 100 years old
I was just
now.
trying to give you an obtuse answer.
No,
Yeah, a very obtuse answer, I would say.
Yeah, I would
very
say
left field.
definitely not as action. But yeah, in terms of consistency, Brad Pitt is the closest
What
thing we have
about
to him. But
what's he called? Jason Bourne.
Jason Statham.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, but how many of these movies is like being like produced, and like how many of these guys are doing their own like action sequences like Tom Cruise does?
I
You
never
know what I
mind
mean?
about if they really do their stunts though.
Yeah, I think of consistency, we have quite a few.
No,
And Matt Damon
I
is up
get
there.
that you
Ben Affleck,
consistently
like
have guys
the-
doing
yeah.
those films, but I what I more so mean is like how
The
he does
commitment.
it. The fact that he does all the stunts himself, like he learns
producing the film.
He's producing the film, like
Singing the theme tune.
His, like, and I remember that thing came out during COVID, and everybody got really angry at him of him shouting at the crew. But like, the reason that clip comes out and the reason he's shouting at the crew is because he's so passionate about it, and he's like, you all need to be wearing masks. If you're not wearing masks, we get shut down, and we're really fucking privileged to be here. And he's like screaming at the front, and you kind of get it because you're like at that time, you know, he was one of those people out there, at least trying to keep people in jobs and keep.
Isn't that a bit
filming
like
stuff.
sometimes when people are in job interviews and they're asked like, "What are your shortcomings?" And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm too passionate."
Yeah, yeah. But also, like, you look at, like, you know, he just goes out and, like, he's like, oh, well, Tom, you need to be able to fly a helicopter for this movie. And he just goes, okay, I'll go and learn how to fly. Give me 6 months. I'll come back and I'll be able to pilot a helicopter better than half the people who are you'd, like, be able to get to do as a stuntman.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at that Mission Impossible, not Rogue Nation, Fallout, all the helicopter scenes at the end of Fallout where he's doing like nosedives in a helicopter, none of that is like him being CGI'd into that. That is him doing all of that. They just put cameras in a helicopter with him.
Do you think that might be how he meets his end, doing a crazy
I could be,
stunt?
and I think if it was how he met his end, I think he'd be totally cool. I think he'd be like, yeah, fuck it, like I did it. It was fun. You know, the next Mission Impossible movie, he did like the wing walking thing. There's like footage of him like hanging out of like a biplane. And is he in his 60s now? He must be in his
Must
60s.
be 61 something, yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
crazy.
if Keanu Reeves is like the more humble version of him.
Yeah, the more softly spoken
Because he's also
version.
doing a lot of his stunt. He's also doing a lot of his stunt. Maybe
does a lot
not
of his own
everything,
fight
but
scenes, yeah.
And also, I think he's producing
Yeah.
the John Wick. Like, he's very involved in the franchise. Like, he's committed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What have you been up to? So have you seen anything cool
Yeah.
recently?
I watched what must be the turd atop the Netflix Christmas tree of winter offerings.
wait, the Lindsay Lohan film?
It's a film called Carry On.
Oh, okay, not
And
that
is it
one.
it's not a carry-on movie?
No, unfortunately not. It would be
Ah.
better if it was. And it stars
Oh,
Taron.
Carrie, also the Jason Bateman film.
Oh my
Oh, with Taron
God.
Egerton. Oh, my
sorry.
God.
This is the
Oh,
one about
no.
the
It's
security
one
agents
of
in
the
the
shittest
airport.
things
Yeah.
I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's in the Netflix shit category.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
That's brand new,
Yeah.
isn't it? That only came like in the
Yeah.
last few days.
Yeah.
Even though I do fucking love Jason Bateman, but it's because I love Smartless. I love
Yeah.
his podcast, and I was excited to see him as a psycho. But yeah, it sounds like it's a terrible film.
It
Yeah.
just takes itself so seriously.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
just
really?
wasn't able to suspend my disbelief long enough to get into the seriousness of the
Yeah.
film.
Is it propaganda towards the like what Top Gun did for the aviation?
Oh, well, I mean, the plot is there's, it's a baddie with a suitcase, that's got nerve gas in or whatever. And poor Taron's, the hardworking X-ray dude in the
Yeah.
airport. And they magically managed to make him put an earpiece in and get control of him.
Love that.
And kidnap, people and so on.
Yeah.
And
It looked like they're trying to do something like Die Hard, but not Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard has like a soul. This film
Yeah.
has no soul. It's
Wow.
like it was made by AI, including the vision of it.
Yeah, there is something with those Netflix films. I don't know what is it that they are so sanitized.
Yeah, that's a good word
Yeah.
actually for for what it feels
Yeah,
like.
I don't know.
Bland. It's like
But
paint by numbers.
the
It was
ed-
like that. The what was it? The Russo brothers one, The Grey Man.
Yeah.
Whenever that came out, you're literally
Red-
it's like
yeah.
it's literally like paint by numbers movies. It's like there's nothing kind of interesting about it. It feels like you've printed this off.
Yes.
And it's just been like
Which
you've been sent it, you know?
take would you could say that a lot of the films that I like are they've been done before, but
Yeah.
you need some angle that feels fresh or makes you feel something other than this is terrible.
I just think I've become a bit of a pessimist on that front. I feel like they keep delivering that quality because that quality is good enough for most people, unfortunately. Like I
was
feel
thinking
like,
recently-
because I've heard people say, "Oh, Carry On was a good film." Like it's like I mean, I've seen people online say,
low-
"Yeah,
it's lowering people's standards.
Oh, it's enjoyable. Like this is the word that people.
But that's
would
how I
use.
felt about Craven, though. It's the same. It's it's not
Enjoy,
really.
enjoy.
It's like
enjoyable
when
is up
enjoyable
there.
is even.
It's like
even
when normal people start using words like, "Oh, it was engaging," like they're using marketing
Yeah.
bullshit bingo speak
Yeah.
in their normal lives, and that should
Right.
never be the case. Like
No.
that's not a natural response to watching like a really good cultural.
thought provoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
A
Well,
slow
that can be-
burn.
Well, what thoughts did it provoke in you?
well, thought provoking can be good, but yeah,
Yeah.
I would avoid it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
I won't bother.
if you're really hungover and you need a film
Yeah.
that has zero peril because you know everything's going to be fine because you know the script,
Yeah.
then it's fine.
I
But
may watch it for
it's
Jason, but I
annoying.
would put it in the
But I
background.
wonder with Netflix, is it like for a lot of the streaming services, is it quantity now? It's just like quantity over quality. Like
should
or
have been a
quantity in
comedy.
that like if we fire out 50 of these a year, one of them's bound to be good.
I've actually heard that they cut the production by half this year. So remember, I think we talked about this last year. I have a feeling last year they were producing a lot more shit.
Wait, have you got some sort of shit graph that's going up and down, and you're like, oh, the shit's down.
No,
this
so
year.
I was listening to the box office podcast, and they were saying how Netflix has reduced their production by half compared to last year. Well, Amazon has actually increased their production, which is whatever.
So I was thinking like
Amazon also has MGM, so it's not the same.
all I watch on. I mean, I have Netflix subscription. I don't like watch it all the time, but all I go back to it for is because Peep Show's on it, and I like to dip into that when I'm like doing something like some DIY or something. It's quite fun to have in the background, or some cooking or something, and like there's nothing really on it that I think I can get excited about. The Black Doves was on it, isn't it?
Yeah, Black Doves.
That was quite good.
Yeah.
I would.
But it's rare to find anything genuinely.
I would love for you to check out, because you may hate it, but at least you'll find it interesting. Emilia Perez on Netflix that I saw the other day. It's the number one.
It's getting a lot of Oscar buzz, that one,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
the most nominated film in Golden Globes. It's with Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez, and it's 5 genres at the same time, which is why it's very ambitious. It's mostly a musical, but a very audacious one, and not a conventional one. And it tells the story of a crime boss who decides to transition, one, because she wants to, but two, because she wants to, quote unquote, fake her death at the same time. It's unhinged, like the story is unhinged.
And it's a musical.
Yes, it's a musical. So it's like it's a very dark story set in Mexico, but at the same time, it's a musical, but obviously not the wicked musical. It's a dark musical.
Okay.
The best part about it is the musical bits. Zoe Saldana is incredible. Selena Gomez is kind of okay. I feel like bad saying anything bad about her, but yeah, her Spanish is just visibly bad. Like you can tell she doesn't know what she's actually saying. Yeah,
That's
like
not good. You're just reading the lines.
you're just reading the lines. But
I'll check it out. That sounds cool.
Yeah,
but I would
add
say
that to
that
Christmas list.
I would be happy to cancel Netflix
Yeah,
and maybe like use what is Netflix on $9.99, $7.99, $8.99?
I think it depends on what you're paying for. Like if
more
you're on the ad
expensive now.
the ad supported tier or not.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't I get ads? So I presume I'm not on that.
Yeah, so I think I'm on the non-ad, and I think it's about $12.99 a month now.
Yeah. So I could take that money and I could spend it on like another one on Apple
try
TV.
Mubi or try Mubi. I think you would like
Yeah.
Mubi. It
Yeah,
sounds like
It's
your
lots of
type
indie
of
stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds of your type of subscription.
So what's that got on it?
It's lots of just indie movies, and you'll see a lot of movies that come out are like supported by Mubi, and so they'll end up there. So like we were talking before, so Queer, the new movie from the guy who made Call Me By Your Name, has Daniel Craig in it. I'm almost certain Mubi have some backing in that. So like that'll get a cinema release, but it'll get released there in a couple of months.
Substance is there, like
in a couple of months' time.
there. I don't know what's happening. So yeah, it's also, as you said, Ben, it's quality over quantity. I think the whole premise is that it has 30 films at a time. So every day they remove one and they add one. They have a library since, but that's the whole concept, which is pretty cool. Like it gives you direction.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Ben, just very quickly, what do you think of Craven?
Aaron Taylor Johnson, good. Everything else pretty bad.
Okay, you found so he was.
I thought he was
tried.
good. I thought he was good. When you compare it to like Morbius and all those kind of other things, I actually think there's something in Aaron Taylor Johnson as that character, or him as just as a superhero. To be honest, like, and he's got like good kind of acting, fight scene kind of chops in it. But it's just like it's kind of a dull story. The bad guy's really boring. And like, there's just like doesn't need the gratuitous violence. You know what I mean? Like it's 16s, but it doesn't need to be because like the premise of it and like the characters in it doesn't really need to be.
So it's quite violent.
Yeah, there's some really violent bits in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
some like really like dudes getting their heads caught in bear traps kind of stuff.
Wow,
like it's quite bloody and like it. You know, in another world. You know, you could easily Marvelify it and make it PG-13, which I could see them doing if Marvel got the rights to those characters in the future. Because I think he's in. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson does a good job with what he has, but he's not given that much to do, which is a shame. Well, not that he's not given that much to do, but like substance-wise, it's not great. Like, and it's the guy who Fred something or other who plays one of the twins in Gladiator as like his annoying kind of younger brother.
Oh, okay.
Hirsch something I think is his name. Fred something or other. Wasn't impressed with him in that either. And yeah, Russell Crowe's just doing one of his rogue accents again.
I forgot he was in it as well.
He's Russian in this one.
What's this?
It's a movie.
No!
Oh, I liked it.
No!
Can I say something?
No!
I don't get it.
What don't you get about it?
Okay. Well, I think it's time to move to what do we call this? Like a Christmas quiz?
I don't know.
Is it
Yeah, we
Christmas
just thought we'd do a little Christmas quiz, didn't we? Of like do something a little bit different. You know, it's the end of the year. Let's test.
We can see how much we really know about the films we think we love.
Like we sit on here every week and we wank about movies, but how well do we really know them?
Yeah, I massively unprepared for the quiz. I didn't prepare for Simon because I asked Simon 3 times to pick a film and he didn't.
What, on text?
Oh my God, 3 times.
Sorry.
Ben, you're my witness.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I asked you 3 times. So I just, maybe that's, actually I think that's great news for you. I picked Mrs. Doubtfire.
You picked the right one.
I picked the right one. But because, and I'm going to go on the record for this, I've probably seen Mrs. Doubtfire twice in my life. I have no idea if the questions I have in front of me are easy or difficult. So it's going to be an interesting one. Let's do it.
Start the clock.
Oh, yeah? Welcome.
I don't have earphones, so I can't hear this music, but I'm assuming
By the way,
it's
this is the
fabulous.
music from... Well, actually, first of all, Ben, tell us what this song is.
I don't know. I haven't got earphones on.
Oh, shit.
Hang on. Come here. Bring your headphones over to me.
Wait.
Groovy.
Now, you should
What
know
song
this.
is this?
It's
Hang on.
You'll know it.
It's A View to a Kill by
Correct.
Duran Duran.
But it's a weird
Wonderful.
YouTube sax version of that one.
Is that my first question?
Wonderful.
Luckily not.
I have that on my running playlist. I love that song.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a brilliant.
That's
theme.
the best. I would argue that's the best Bond theme song.
It's my favourite electronic one, but my favourite one is the License to Kill theme.
Yeah, License to Kill is good too.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. It's fine. It's great.
Right, you ready?
Round 1.
Count me in.
Okay. Question 1. You ready?
Start the clock.
When Mrs. Doubtfire walks into the living room to make the children do their homework and they insist that they must finish the television program first, what program are they watching?
Oh.
It's hard if it's a multiple choice.
I can give you a clue because I was here when Sophie was writing the questions. Can I give you a clue?
Yeah.
This is like a very famous American slapstick actor.
He was on a music video recently.
I don't know. Pass. I don't know.
A famous Cockney who's not actually Cockney.
I don't know.
No?
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh,
Dick Van Dyke, who
Okay.
played
if
the
you said
chimney
Chitty
sweep.
Chitty Bang Bang, I would have got it.
Well, I was going to say Mary Poppins, but I thought that was too obvious.
Dude,
That was
we're running
too
out of time.
Okay. Oh, how old does Chris turn at the beginning of the movie?
13?
12. Very
Oh.
close. In the restaurant Bridges, what table number did Miranda and her family sit at?
That's so hard.
For God's
Okay,
sake.
let me skip. I'm just going through them. I'm gonna skip that. Okay. Daniel and Miranda have how many children?
3.
Good.
Bingo.
Correct.
Got one.
What is the name of the petting zoo that Daniel brings home for his son's birthday?
Don't know.
Okay. Bob's Mobile Petting Zoo.
I don't know.
Who are Daniel and Miranda's 3 children? Their names?
Chris,
Yes.
Maddie,
No. 2 more. You got it.
can't remember.
Lydia and Natalie.
Oh, that's it.
Oh.
What kind of animal is seen eating the cake that Miranda brought home for Chris's birthday?
A horse.
Pony. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
that's okay.
That's it. We're out.
Oh, that's it.
It's
Oh,
2
I thought it
minutes.
was gonna be. I thought it
we're
was gonna be
timing it.
10.
Okay.
Oh, we're timing
You
it
just
like
fit
that.
in as many as you can
Ah, okay.
into 2 minutes.
Okay.
So how many right was that? Was that 2,
I-
3?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to count. Yeah.
I feel ashamed.
These
were hard questions.
difficult, but apparently. But I thought they were. Yeah. Sorry. Funtrivia.com.
I need to brush up.
Oh God, this is going to be really embarrassing if we're all awful at our chosen films.
There's no way you'll be awful at James Bond.
I hope not. Simon, team me up and we should go. So,
we go.
are you ready for some quick fire Fight Club questions?
Oh my God. Okay, fine.
Simon, give me the cue.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Name the band and song that plays over the final scene. Half a point for each.
The Pixies.
And the song?
Where's my mind?
Yeah. Who wrote the book the movie's based on?
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah. What is Edward Norton's character called?
It's never revealed.
It is.
It's not-
He has a name. What's his What do they refer to him as?
Oh, the narrator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who plays Bob?
Meatloaf.
Yep. What does Tyler Durden do for a living?
He makes soap.
Yep.
He's a film projectionist. He has a bunch of jobs.
Yeah, he makes soap. Yeah. Which famous author does Tyler say he wants to fight?
Tyler. Hemingway.
Yep. What name does Tyler give the group of anarchists?
Space Monkey. Wait, repeat that
The
again.
group
sir?
of the group of anarchists. What do they call themselves?
Project Mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who plays Angel Face?
Jared Leto.
Yeah. What is the second rule of Fight Club?
You do not talk about Fight Club.
And what is the last rule of Fight Club?
If this is your first time in Fight Club, you have to fight.
Yes, 10 out of 10.
With the music hasn't even finished yet.
That was amazing. 10 out of 10. Well done.
I've seen this film
Amazing.
so many
I
times.
thought some of them.
yeah.
I thought some of them are going to be difficult, but well done. I thought the
Ooh.
Hemingway one and stuff would have been harder.
Oh, I've seen, yeah. Hemingway.
That was really good.
Oh, well done.
That was
That's
amazing.
excellent.
Well done.
That's
Not
redeemed us
bad.
after the
Not
Mrs. Doubtfire round.
Okay, Ben,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yeah.
After decapitating a statue with a steel-rimmed hat as a warning to Bond to not get involved with Goldfinger's affairs, Oddjob crushes what object
Golf
in his
ball.
hand? Correct. Who is the only singer to perform more than one James Bond theme?
Shirley Bassey?
Correct. In License to Kill, the Central American drug lord, Franz Sanchez, has a henchman called Dario, played by which actor?
Benicio del Toro.
Correct.
Love it.
Which film features the ex-Soviet fighter pilot Xenia Onatop?
Goldeneye.
Correct. Which film did you accidentally tape over the copy of your parents' wedding movie with?
Was that Goldeneye as well?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Which Bond currently has the most confirmed kills?
Oh, Daniel Craig.
Incorrect. It was Pierce Brosnan
Oh,
with his
wow.
machine gun.
Oh, okay, nice.
In the opening scene of License to Kill, which event is James Bond celebrating?
A wedding. Felix Leiter's wedding.
Perfect.
Love it.
What is Dr. No's full name?
I don't know.
Julius No.
Julius now.
In which film does Jaws bite through a cable car wire?
Moonraker.
Correct. Who was the villain in Diamonds Are Forever?
Blofeld.
Correct. Who was the first Bond girl?
The blonde one, yeah. Ursula Andress.
Correct. Who was the first actor to say the iconic line, "The name's Bond, James Bond"?
Sean Connery.
Correct. In which decade was the Bond film The Living Daylights released?
1980s. 90s.
70s.
70s, really?
Whoa.
Christ.
Although I've written 870s, so it might have been
Yeah,
80s.
I think it's 80s.
I think it's 80s, sorry.
Yeah.
Tom Jones sang on which Bond theme?
Moonraker?
And I haven't written the answer
Thunderball?
to that.
Sorry, Thunderball.
I think it's Thunderball.
Yeah.
Thunderball.
It is Thunderball, yeah.
So good. I mean, to be fair, you had an entire
My
franchise.
my heart is being
You smashed that.
Yeah.
I
What did I
thought
get
this
wrong?
might have been too hard. The only
No,
one...
Julius No is I got wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, he didn't do Moonraker. Yeah, he didn't do Moonraker, but he did do Thunderball.
How many James Bond films are there?
There's
10?
20.
Oh,
how
well.
many are there? There's 26, 27 now?
Oh shit.
Or maybe No Time to Die might have been 25 or 26. Daniel Craig definitely did whatever the 25th was. That might have been Skyfall. So we could be at 27 now. Oh, God, I love those movies so much. Wow, that was fun.
You're definitely gonna be rewatching those. I mean,
Yeah, I mean-
I feel like you're doing it every Christmas, like every
Every
holiday.
year, yeah. I mean, my whole life is a Bond rewatch.
Did you go right back to the beginning?
I haven't gone back to the beginning in a long time. I rewatched Goldfinger quite recently, and I can't remember why I did it. I just thought I'd rewatch it. I haven't watched Doctor No in a really long time because there's a lot of stuff in Doctor No. Doctor No is just weird.
Yeah.
Like him with his weird like plastic hands and stuff. But yeah, and Thunderball is another one that I haven't watched in a really long time. Thunderball is the one that they then went and remade when there was all the disputes about it. That they brought.
What were the disputes about?
I can't remember what it was. They were losing the rights to it, I think, to another studio.
Oh, was that Eon versus the...
Yeah, I can't remember
Other
who it
one.
was. It was when the Broccolis, there was controversy over it, and so basically they remade it they brought Sean Connery back, but he was already in like his 50s or 60s and going grey. This is when I think Roger Moore had already taken over, maybe. And so Connery's looking old.
So there's two versions of that film in
It's
circulation.
it's not called Thunderball though. It's called something else, but the premise is the same.
Right.
And yeah, it's hilarious. It's I can't remember. I'll have to look up what it's called. But yeah, it's not an official one. So of the ones that are like the what the core franchise is, this is one of the ones in the like the old one with fucking Woody Allen in it. Like it's not canonical, as they would say.
What? What's that word?
What a great
If it's
word.
like canon.
Canon.
If something's
Oh.
canonical.
Canonical.
Literally
Yeah.
never heard that word in my life.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I may go back and watch some of the original ones. I love License to Kill. I watched I watched License to Kill really recently, and License to Kill is so good.
Brilliant.
Benicio del Toro is, he's such a good like
Very bad.
weird coked up henchman. He's so weird in it, but it's kind of like.
He's menacing in it.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the line of like camp, but like kind of scary at the same time as well.
Yeah.
Like it's like really and he's really young in that as well. That
Yeah.
must have been one of his first.
He
kind
looks
of
like a teenager.
Yeah, he must have been. I feel like he's maybe like early 20s in that one.
Yeah.
Because like that's way before like Usual Suspects and all that stuff when he kind of started becoming like a bit more of a household name, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's
He's
right.
been around for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, years. Because License to Kill is maybe
80,
89,
yeah, late
89,
80s.
90, because Brosnan didn't take over until the mid 90s. Like I think GoldenEye's around 95, 96.
It must have been really shocking when License to Kill came out because it was a real departure. It sort of took it to a darker side.
Well, it went from the campus bomb to
yeah.
like, and I think that was definitely. I love the fact that we've gotten into this. That was, I think that was driven by Timothy Dalton as well, because like he very much
I
came
think
from
he's
like
great. Timothy
he
Dalton.
is, yeah, he's brilliant, and he came from like a whole theater background and stuff like that. But I think
I did watch the director's commentary of License to Kill ages ago, and the actor that plays Felix Leiter said he actually apologized for how crap his acting is.
Really?
And if you play back some of these scenes at the beginning of the film where Felix is like, he's like the police chief guy.
well, he's his CIA equivalent.
the American CIA guy. He is so wooden, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's looking off camera to the script.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm really sorry.
Whereas Dalton is so good.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to look into it, and I think they were going to try and get him to do another one, but then Brosnan became available.
He did
And
do another one. He did Living Daylights.
Living Daylights is pre-License to Kill. I
Oh,
think.
that's before, sorry.
It's Living Daylights,
So
then
License
License
to Kill's
to
the
Kill,
second one.
and then GoldenEye. Yeah, and I think originally they wanted Brosnan for. I think they might have wanted Brosnan before they got Dalton, but he was locked into like Remington Steele. I think he was like contracted with like a studio or something, so he couldn't do it. And then as soon as he became available, they were like, "Get him! Like sign him up for as long as we can." And then they got him whatever it was, 4 films. 4. How many Brosnan do? Yeah, 4, and only one of them is actually good, I would argue.
Goldeneye.
Yeah. Yeah, Tomorrow Never Dies is Tomorrow Never Dies, and I always say this line in my head all the time, has one of the cheesiest endings, because it's Jonathan Pryce plays the bad guy. What's Jonathan Pryce been in? He's like the head. You know him as like the lead Sparrow from
He's been
from
everywhere.
Game of Thrones. He's in loads of stuff. He's the granddad in Slow Horses.
Oh, okay.
So really famous. And he plays the media mogul who has like it's the stupidest premise for the film. I don't know if either of you've seen it, but like the whole premise is, or for anyone who hasn't seen it, it's essentially this guy who runs a news network, and what he does is starts creating like disasters across the world, so he has like news headlines to write and sell newspapers. But it gets to the end of it, and the whole thing is that he's like sinking ships in the South China Sea with this drill that he has, and at the end he gets killed by the drill. Bond kills him, and as he's about to die, Bond screams at him, "Give the people what they want!" And then he gets like mangled by a drill. It's so stupid. And last night walking home, I said that to myself in my head because it's such a stupid line, but it sticks out in my head so much. Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, oh, what a franchise! Just makes me happy. Happy Christmas, everyone!
Happy Christmas, happy holidays, happy all the things.
Watch lots of tut on TV.
Oh yeah, there's going to be so much.
Squid Game season 2 is coming out on the 26th of December, so I can't wait for that.
Gavin and Stacey officially ends on Christmas Day. We've got another
go.
Gavin and Stacey Christmas special coming, which I will be watching.
Well, of course, we'll be watching it, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna feel good about it.
I'm not going to enjoy it. The last ever Christmas special was
I know they
meh.
keep doing last evers.
I know we are due to do a final scene in the next episodes, which will be in the new year. I'm gonna put it out there. Should we do Nosferatu?
I'd love to do
Should we go
Nosferatu.
together?
I'd like that.
Yeah, should we go together? Maybe like first
Let's
week of
do it.
Jan.
First
nice.
weekend of January. Let's do a Nosferatu
Yeah, because we
screening.
haven't done a horror. Have we done a horror film?
I don't think
We did. Well, we did I think like the first Halloween we had ever started recording, we did
Sweeney
we did our
Todd
favorite Halloween movies. We
Right.
each brought them, but I don't think we've ever done like a scene breakdown of a horror movie.
And I reckon it's gonna be pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It already looks so weird. Have you heard Nicholas Hoult talking about it? How like they had like 500 live rats and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
They had there's like he was saying that there's a scene between him and the guy who plays Dracula, and Dracula's in a coffin full of live rats, and they just kept having to redo the scene to be like, yeah, get back in the coffin with all the rats.
I'm excited to do a deep dive on Robert Eggers, and also Bill Skarsgård has been been really fascinating. His career.
We haven't done a Robert Eggers episode. We didn't do The Northman in the end, did we?
No,
I think we
or
talked about it, but we
Lighthouse,
never did
or
it.
The Witch. The Witch has a great final scene, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, worth talking about him for sure.
A
as
Christmas
filmmaker.
vampire movie.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Exciting.
We should also watch Bram Stoker's Dracula in preparation for
Ooh.
it. Speaking of Keanu Reeves.
There you go.
And what's his
And
name?
Gary Oldman's.
And Gary Oldman, yeah.
Yeah, let's do all the.
Have you not seen it?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's
it's good. There's
some grotesque prosthetics in it. Jesus, the way they dress Gary Oldman up. But then when they make him look younger again later on in it, and he's like, it's really weird. He's got like bizarre hair and facial hair and like he's like a dandy. he's kind of like Oscar Wilde but evil. Good
I'm
stuff.
excited to do a vampire deep dive. Interview with a vampire. Oh, so many great.
There's so many good vampire movies.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll do our Oscar segment as well.
Oh, is
We'll break down Nosferatu, and then we can do our little.
Wait, this is a lot to pack in.
Wait,
Or do we want to just do that in one episode?
Wait, what do you mean Oscar segment?
Well, you wanted to do the nominations bit.
Oh yeah, it may have to be the episode after.
We'll keep that as a solo episode.
Because as you said, it's a good. I love your idea about asking people as well to bring their faves, so we can debate those as well as a community segment.
Leave that as its own space.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, New Year, all the things. If you're listening at home, please just relax and take care of yourself and just watch a lot of films.
Happy holidays, as the Americans
Happy
say.
holidays.
See ya.
See ya. Bye-bye. Till next year.
Did you like it? Did you like that?
Did I like it? I loved it.
I had no idea you could milk a cat.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.